Hi, Aquarius. Okay, so you're irritable, but it's fine because you're gonna have a really good month and it's going to be full of opportunities, new love if you want it, but also a chance to figure out just what the heck you were about last month. Like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? That was incredible, but what? Overwhelmed, but in a good way towards the end of the month, probably confused, needing to make a decision right now. Nothing wanted to go as planned today. Everything seemed like a little bit of a surprise. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume, like on most days when I'm doing a certain video, that you gotta give it a real push, Aquarians, this month. If you want anything to happen, you have to take the initiative. But I'm not talking about going out there and getting it. That's not what I mean at all. I mean that whatever you figured out last month that you needed and that you really, you know, you came to some realizations last month. Like, okay, you know what? This and this I like, and this I can't do anymore. Or this, I finally understand what was going on there. And like, wow, was that some bullshit? Cool. Might also be that you're looking at what happened last month and going, I never want that again. Or I'll never be that way in a relationship, a friendship, a job ever again. Well, that's good because you're about to get some new prospects and they're about to be pretty good. This is not long distance stuff. This is pretty close to home. All right. 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Love is in the air. 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, but you have to learn from what happened before. Whether it was you or not, doesn't matter, no judgment. Just whatever happened before, whatever this thing is that you're finally like, you know that thing sucked. And you know what? I don't even think it was my fault. You're realizing a lot of stuff. Here's the weird thing about Aquarians though. One of the weird things. When you realize that it's somebody else's fault, it kind of makes you feel worse. Because you are quick to take that responsibility and be like let's use that controversial example of Kenya Moore. Kenya never denies who or what her role is, right? Like, you guys are okay regardless of how you're being. You're okay with who you're being and you're pretty upfront about it. I don't think you can be any other way. There's this mark of authenticity on you guys in that way. Like, I am unapologetically who I am. I don't even know how to be anything different. So when you come across somebody who is great at pretending to be something, it really hurts your feelings. It would be preferable to an Aquarian that something be their mess up, because then they don't have to look to the person that they chose as someone who screwed up. But when you realize that the other person in whatever lingering situation, if this is a work thing, if this is a friendship thing, if this is a relationship thing, it doesn't really matter. It could be with your parent. It's just that you were going through something last month where you might have taken on and shouldered a lot of that and been like, I could have done this, I could have done that. Well, yeah, there's also the other side of it, but I could have done this. And you took a lot of responsibility, and that's great. But what happens this month is that you start to realize 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, like, no, that person actually isn't what I thought, and they really, really hurt me. And I'm like, why? I didn't do anything, right? 3 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Chariot. Well, it doesn't matter because your life is moving forward. It's moving forward very quickly. There's a lot of good luck here. And 3 of Pentacles is like, you're going to get back into something or revive something. Just like I said, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. Love is in the air. And 3 of Pentacles is a stable kind of love. It's let's build a future together. We've had a long future. When I tell you that everything is getting on my nerves, like, there's nothing that's not getting on my nerves. So of course it would pause right here. So what I was saying was, this is a stable kind of love, but not a boring love. This is when you meet someone right away, you're saying to your friends, I'm going to marry that person. This is someone who is interested in building with you, but not even in a material way, not for Aquarians. This is about a deeper connection where you meet someone and you're like, yeah, this is that connection that I was like, yes. Or this is a resurgence of that connection with someone that you're like, yes. Like, this is what I was looking for. This was what I was missing. This is what I have always thought we could be. So for a lot of you, this could be a reconnection. You know, maybe you're already in a relationship and you're just looking for like a monthly horoscope that has nothing to do with the trials and tribulations of the single. That's fine. You can be in a relationship right now that's going to the next level, even a marriage. Maybe you're married and you've been feeling disconnected. And now, like in April, you have this rush, you know? You have this rush where you feel open. And I think that has a lot to do with the departures of last month. For you guys to feel open, you need to feel safe. For you guys to feel safe, you need to feel free. For you to feel free, you need whoever is around you to be without like a veil of judgment. You have to, or you don't have to, but Aquarians thrive in an environment where they're freely allowed to express themselves. So if they're around someone who's judgmental, even if they're just going to give you a certain look or, you know, the tone of the voice or the nod of the head or the, you know, every one of those things is going to affect you because your happiness relies on your ability to authentically be yourself. And if someone is being judgmental, that's exactly what they don't want you to be. They want you to be like them. Aquarian doesn't want to be like them. Why? I can say that I knew it wasn't going to come out, but I knew it was going to come out because it's come out in every reading. So here we go. Like, it's everywhere. The Virgo reading is there. It's there. Like, it's everywhere. Just go and look at all the readings on the channel. It's in every reading in April, almost. I think in every reading. Like, okay, so the Sun, the Chariot, Judgment. 3 major arcana at the top, at the bottom here. So if you have a Leo in your life, if you have a Cancer in your life, those are both pretty obvious, right? In any capacity, their energy is coming through. If you have Leos in your life, having just done the Leo reading, I can tell you that they need some support, but they also need a little bit of space. They're going to freak out. They're going to have like a professional freak out towards the middle of the month. Reassure them and then give them space. And tough love would be good too. Like, do your work then. I know that you guys know how to do the tough love. Aquarian, if you're dealing with an earth sign that has really, really hurt you or you really hurt them, they're showing up as pretty strong. And this Mars energy right now, Mars in Gemini, be careful. But we'll look at that later because those are bottom of the deck. Now, the Leo, the Cancer, and then the Judgment card. If you're dealing with a Leo or a Cancer and you really want to talk to them and you really want to like love on them, good, go for it. If they feel like they need to tell you some stuff because you've been this way or that way, good, you should be open to hearing it. But you have to be also really careful this month that you don't let other people and your previous circumstances pull you into a sad place. Like, you need to go out and do happy things. Go outside, be out in the sun. Like, it's the springtime, you know, like you have from now until the summer, until Cancer season, to really like go out there, meet people. You're going to meet a lot of people. You're very attractive to people right now. And considering the things that you're finding out about the past and previous relationships and previous situations, considering you may not want to, you know, even if this is, when I find out what that creaking noise is, when I tell you I'm gonna break whatever it is. I'm gonna break whatever it is with my hands. I didn't even realize that you guys could be aggressive like this. It's a strange kind of aggressive. It's not like when you're doing the Scorpio readings and you wake up and you know you're gonna do the Scorpio reading and every single thing that gets on your nerves, you're like, you know, it's different. It's quiet. And it builds, and then all of a sudden you're like, and I feel it coming out. And as soon as I find whatever is squeaking because of the wind, because it's been happening all morning. Anyway, okay. I know somehow this is going to tie in. I know you guys are going to be like, you know what? I've been feeling like this too. You know what? Can't lie. The mood has been real. These bangs, everything. Okay. Let's get back to it. So, the Judgment card. Why is it here? Why is it in every reading? What's going on? Well, I think what's going on is Aries season, Mars and Gemini is what's going on. And those two things mean that people have a lot to say. It also means that you have a lot to say. It also means that karmically, in terms of karma and judgment and things being meted out, right? It's not justice, it's judgment. Like after justice comes the judgment. So you are being judged. We're all being judged. Things that have to be said will now be said no matter what. And it looks like you're riding a really good wave because you got all that painful stuff out earlier. Now you're just reminiscing on it. And if you're one of those people who's late on this and is like, no, I haven't had the ugly talks or the ugly realizations. I haven't moved out. I haven't left. I haven't broken up. I didn't have that big thing. Okay, great. So that's what I'm saying. If you're already in an established relationship and there's no friction there, you guys are coming into an even more connected time. Super nice. 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Reflect on what you need to do to keep yourself then out of that energy. If you're feeling suspicious of a partner, like, oh, what is this person really doing? Instead of doing this, and this would be my advice no matter what the cards were, instead of doing this, talk it through. If you still have your doubts, look at you. Look at you. Why do you want to be with someone who is making you doubtful? And I'm not saying that in terms of that other person is somehow wrong. I'm saying you're not in a place where you should be with someone. If you're thinking your partner isn't being truthful, or because you're choosing people you know can't be truthful, either you need to look at yourself and your suspicions, or you need to look at your ability to pick a suitable partner, right? Because you should ideally be picking a partner you can trust. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here. I know you guys know this, but ideally you should be choosing someone that you don't have to be suspicious of. And if they haven't given you a reason to be suspicious and you are still suspicious, that speaks to a bigger problem. That speaks to something that's going on with you, right? Unless your instincts are just really on point and you're like, no, but I'm telling you, this person is lying to me. Okay. All right. If that's what it is, and if you feel that over the course of quite some time now, someone made you feel really connected to them, like you guys were actually going to go somewhere, and then they kind of just went and did their own thing. I know a couple of Aquarians this has actually happened to recently. Karma is really on your side. Like that other person was the one doing all this, and they're the ones who are ultimately going to feel like that, not you. Trust me, it's not going to be you. There's that. There it is. There it is. There it is. Just, you see? Everything. Every single thing. Everything. And why? Why is this the energy? Why? Well, whatever it is, you know, in Urdu we say koi cheez na chubhe. Whenever something is chub means to like if you're wearing something and it's sticking you because there's something like a label is sticking you, something is, it's, you know, needling. There's a lot of that kind of energy around, and I think that there's nothing you can do with that. You need to like find the roots of it and eradicate it. Like there's nothing I can do about that squeaking noise. I knew that was going to come back. There's nothing we can do about the squeaking noise except me spending the time to get really quiet, figuring out where it is, and then breaking the fucking thing. Sorry. But like, do you get what kind of mood I'm in? Like this is, be happy, the sun is out, be jovial, go out there, you're gonna meet people, you're gonna meet people close to home, you're gonna meet people right where you are, it's gonna be great. You can set up something now where you meet someone that you're like I said, oh, I'm gonna marry that person. It can be wonderful, but also there's going to be this, you know, everything is so nuanced and layered when it comes to Aquarians. There's no like easy response, there's no easy question either. So underneath all that, and you're contemplating about the past and thinking of like, boy, I never want that again in a relationship, or I never want, you know, this or that to happen again, or I'm never going to behave in this way or that way again. Along with all of that, because of course that's going to come up when you meet someone new. Of course that's going to come up when you're reintegrating yourself into your existing relationship. Of course, you pick things up and go, that was a mistake, I never want to do that again. Or that was a mistake, if someone ever does that to me again, I'm out. As you're doing that too, but underneath all of this, there is a need to get really quiet and centered and move forward. And I think that's exactly what the Cancer card represents. Always, not just here. I'm telling you, it's everything. All of it. All of it. Cancer is the cardinal, quiet, introverted go-getter, if that makes any sense. And you guys can absolutely channel that energy this month. And you should, because the quieter you get, the more you're going to see people's bullshit, the more easily you're going to be able to contemplate what happened before and why it happened. Not even why, but like, what did you get out of it? The more appealing you are to someone who wants to get into a very serious relationship, because you come across as someone who has their stuff together. And for the most part, you do. And when you get quiet like that, you'll find where your blessings are, and you'll also hear loud and clear this trumpet when it sounds. You'll be able to pick out where that sound is coming from and follow it back to its source. And when you do, you're going to find a lot of truth. And I think that's what this season is about for you. Ultimately, it's about you reveling in your own truth. It's about you reveling in the truth that the universe is going to reveal to you. Like I told Gemini, don't speak. Let the universe speak for you. Geminis aren't going to speak. They're going to let the universe speak for them. But the universe is speaking for all of us. And for some of us, it's not about speaking. It's about listening. You guys, it is about listening. You guys did a lot of speaking last month. And I would say don't get too wordy this month also, because like your ability to hurt this month is severe. You guys have that like real sharp sword energy this month. And it's, it's just because like, I think the happier Aquarians get, the smarter they get. The smarter they get, the more harsh they can get, and that can sometimes loop back around and pull them back. So it's like 10 steps forward, 10 steps back. So you have to be really careful about your karma. That's also the Judgment card. That's also something I have to talk about in the second part of the Virgo reading. You have to worry right now about your karma, because we're entering a new karmic cycle now. So now you get to, zero yourself out and start again. So how? And what's going to be important? And what will be put first? And what will be discarded? And what kind of people you never want to deal with again? I'm here for all of it, because I think it's all really healthy. And it's grounded. It's grounded in a way that I like, right? It's not a static reading. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of feeling. There's a lot of acceptance of pain, but also there's so much positive moving forward. And then the last card being the Judgment card, being like, universe is like, I got you. I'm going to tell you some stuff. Okay, let's look at it. Oh my God, I love you. Oh, big shout out. How could I not? I went to London and I hung out with Lola, and yeah, it was just such an extremely wonderful experience. Like sister signs is like that just defined my trip to London, because I had so much fun and I met so many cool people and I hung out with people I already knew. But Lola was the one who really she made me feel a part of the place without judging me at all for being the way that I am, and just completely took me as I was and reveled in that, and was able to, be herself completely around me without needing to change herself at all because I was there. I can't even begin to articulate how appreciative I am of that. Just that. But not to mention all the other stuff, the open-heartedness, the generosity, all of it. It was just so cool. So I just wanted to give you a shout out. I love you. I miss you. I'll see you in June. Bye.
Hi, Aquarius. Okay. So it's about moving forward, but also rehashing the past. It's about realizing where it's true and where it's transactional. It's about the progress you make now in your life and how karma comes to your aid. The Leo here and the Cancer coming up super strong. Family is also what it looks like. So if you've fallen back on your family, that makes sense. When I tell you that everything is contentious, I mean, everything was fine, and now all of a sudden the computer is whirring really loudly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is, but by the end of the month, the obstacles are removed. And they do have a lot to do with talking. The Chariot runs right through them, and the sun is shining. So really, you can see why these two cards are isolated as something that you have to emotionally process. And we know that takes a minute for you guys. It's deep feelings. For a lot of you, it seems to be related to family, the family unit, structure of the home. You do feel taken advantage of, you feel stolen from in some way. And yet there is a sense of, you know what, move forward. There's something so good waiting for you. Although there will be a reckoning of sorts, and whoever has done whatever, they'll hear. The universe will definitely let them know. But that's not really your concern. I think that's one of the things that I like about the Judgment card is that, you know, Mars and Gemini, that's your sister sign, like, you're good. The universe is going to speak for you, and it's going to speak very clearly. And you need that right now. It's healing time. It's happy time. It's time to move forward. And sincerely in your heart, you just are moving to better things. You're moving your whole life, in some cases, it looks like. Off to sunnier pastures we go. Yeah, I like it. Let's see, in the extended, we'll take a look. I mean, now the computer's whirring so loud that I'm not sure, you know, like, what's wrong now? In the extended, we'll take a look here. And if you have been dealing with that earth sign, how that plays out. Or if you've been dealing with an Aries, we'll go through and clarify and see what that's about. But just from the look of it, you know, any of you that were specifically dealing with an earth sign are feeling really bad about it. Bad about cutting it off, bad about how bad they may feel, bad about, well, perhaps just being able to move on, you know, guilty, maybe feeling guilty for just being you know. Also here with the Chariot and then the Emperor showing up, it's really strong directional energy. Like this month, you catch your stride. And I think you pull through for the rest of the year on it. There's a general sense of an upsweep. You know, whatever it was that was super toxic, that was taking really a lot of you to get away from, stay away from, whatever it was, like really move on from, whatever it was. Bad habit, toxic family member, super toxic significant other, you know, whatever it was. It's some toxic habit of your own that you just couldn't kick. Some limiting mindset that had you really in your feelings for, not to be dramatic, but most of your life. And this Aries season comes along and just starts clearing up cobwebs with a sword. But I think you like that. And I think you need it. So I find this to be very, very positive. A bit intimidating just in how much work needs to be done, but I've never known you guys to shy away from work, so not too much trouble there. And the payoff is great because it's exactly the kind of payoff you like. You know, it's progress, it's evolution, and it's based on you. I am. I like that, especially for you guys. Okay, Aquarius, I'll see you in a minute in the extended. Remember, like I said, everything is on the website now. You can just go there and read through. It's all there. Love you. See you in a moment.